Hey, welcome back to Magic City Entertainment. Hopefully you guys are doing great today. So, today I'm bringing you guys a review of Ghost of Tsushima. Yes, I know. It's been way too long, and it took me way too long to make this review. But it's here now. So let's go ahead and hop into it. First off, let me say, this game is absolutely amazing. Beautifully stunning, visually amazing. Story feels like an old samurai type of feel to it. The gameplay is flawless. And there's so much to do in this game. There's so much. You have, literally feels like, if you guys have ever played The Witcher Wild Hunt, this is the version of that. But instead of, having magical powers and stuff, you're a freaking samurai. And there's just so much to do, even after you beat the main story. You still have all these side quests, and I mean side quests. Like, there's so many. There's like side quests to where you're just riding your horse and you come across somebody. There's a side quest. There's like multiple parts to that side quest alone. And the side quests feel very well done. It doesn't feel like they're rushed in any type of way. They all have a unique story behind it. So, enough about side quests. Let me talk about the main story. So, the main story, you follow a character named Jin. You follow him through his ups and downs and everything, his trials and tribulations. And you come to find out that he isn't the same as his uncle. He's a little bit different. He wants to view things in a different way. And his uncle just couldn't see that. So eventually throughout the game, they have like a heated dispute or whatnot, and things go sour. And later on, Jin becomes the ghost throughout the gameplay. And the thing that makes it so very well done is that, so his uncle wants to live by honor, which I can get that. Back in those days, you live by a certain code. But Jin was a little bit different. He wanted to live by that code, but in a different light. And his uncle just didn't see it, like, at all. He's just like, yo, you can't be doing this. And Jin's like, why? I just don't understand. And, he felt like his uncle was doing a lot of stuff that just wasn't for the people, like Jin is doing. And it was a very good story between the two of them, how they both were kind of battling each other as well, just not as noticeable. And unfortunately, that was the only family he had. And the ending was very well done. It was really good. But things, I kind of saw that coming, because the way it sets up, it's like those old samurai movies. So if you've seen those old samurai movies where father and son, uncle and nephew, so they had their little differences and everything, but at the end of the day they both had the same goal. They wanted to do right for the people, but in a different way, and his uncle couldn't see that. But the way they did it was good. The story was very well written. Everything felt in place. Nothing felt too rushed or too soon, which is good. You wouldn't want a game to feel super rushed in a way, because then it would feel incomplete. And they took their time with this game. So I really enjoyed it. I can't say too much about the story. I don't want to give too much away. Just want you guys to be able to play the game and enjoy the story for yourself. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about some gameplay. The gameplay is amazing. I mean, it's very smooth. It doesn't feel like it's clunky in any type of way. There were some issues I did run into, was that sometimes when you would press the to counter button, it didn't react the same way. And there were some technical difficulties. In one scene, he was talking to his friend, and they were two different, the audio didn't add up to the scene. So they were just kind of just standing there, and they were talking, but they were just standing. I was like, what's going on here? It didn't make any sense. yeah, you'll see. I'm gonna show it. It was not that great. But other than that, I didn't have any other issues with the game. It ran smoothly and everything. No stutters, no frame rate drops, no pop-ins. So it ran really smooth. And I have a regular PS4. I don't even have the PS4 Pro. Here on the PS4 Pro, it runs even nicer because you got the 4K and everything. So HDR and all that, and they have different sliders and settings. But yeah, other than that, I had a great time with this game. Gameplay was very solid, and there's so many abilities to learn as well. One, for example, is like a counter, a chain, not a counter, a chain, like a chain special. So you can either go, when you go standoff and you succeed, you can hit another person. I didn't go to like 3, only unlocked 2, so it'd be 1 then another, and that was it. But there's so much to learn, so much. And then there's these mythic quests, so you can learn like different abilities that way. Like I think one of them was like exploding arrows. One was a chain attack as a special. I think another one, I forgot what the other ones are, but there's a lot. But I mean, there's a lot. There's just so much to do in this game. Like, you can put at least up to 100 hours in this game. 100 at least, if you do all the side quests. And on top of that, there are little stuff that you can do to make your character even stronger. There's these shrines. You can get health that way. There's the shrines you don't get health from. You get I believe extra focus meter or whatnot. And then there's these meditation, I would say like a bath basically. That will increase your health. So there's just so much to do in this game. Like a lot to do. So even if you beat the main game, you still have a whole bunch of other extra stuff to do. So I highly recommend, if you haven't played this game, buy it. You can buy it either digitally, you can get it brand new, you can get it used. I mean, I wouldn't even have a problem with you getting it used, honestly. It's a really good game. Like from beginning to end. And that beginning of the game it felt like a movie. I mean, the entire game felt like a movie. But that beginning game and the beginning gameplay, it set it up so good. It was perfect, actually. It was a perfect game, and I feel like they won't make a second one just because it doesn't need a second one. Not all games need a sequel to them, and I feel like this game doesn't need a sequel at all. It was perfect the way it was. So that being said, I'm gonna give this game a 10 out of 10, a perfect score. It gets my seal of approval. You have to play this game. If you don't have a PS4, just watch my walkthrough then. I'll leave a link in the description for it. But yeah, what a great game. It was really well done. It was very good. I highly recommend you guys play it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.